The physics objects inside of the editor inside Build a Game are just going to resemble very similar to any other physics systems. I think the physics system is being used on this one. What we're going to do with this, though, is just kind of cover what we've already looked at before. If you have a player inside the scene, these objects are set up with collision that's similar to the shape of them. We'll go ahead and just kind of touch on, make this a little bit bigger here. We'll take a quick look at just the basic pieces of how you can push them around, but then we'll also look at the physics material and see how those with it can make a difference. The physics objects have a ghosting on it just so that you can see that part of it happening there. I believe they're also, you can grab them and move them. You can grab them and jump with them. There we go. And if you're in position to actually push them around and move them, you can do that. There you go. So these is basically just kind of show you that you can actually use them like this. The other thing, if you haven't looked at the other videos when it comes to the physics material, let's just do a quick view of the physics material working with it. So if we have, we'll take the, let's see, we'll actually use we'll use one block inside the scene, and then we'll do the capsule on here. So if the block was stretched out a little ways, and we'll say rotated just a little bit right here, okay, what we're going to do is add a physics material to it, and that's going to allow the surface of this to react to a physics material from this one. And the type, if you don't, the numbers for dynamic friction, static friction, and bounce, you can always just go to the options list here and choose from this type from it. We could say, for instance, we want it to be ice, so it would be a lot slicker as it moves down. Okay, and then for the physics object, I believe there's already one on here, so let's double check with that real fast. And yes, it's actually bouncy set for that one. Okay, so with those set up, let's cap off the end right here just to be sure it doesn't go too far away. So typically an object that would be physics with no physics material would just simply fall on the angle and be stuck up here. But because the material itself, they both have materials on them, then it actually has the ability to move and be manipulated. And then just a last check on this one, the only, like for instance with this one, if you're wanting to have it slide a lot, then just be sure that the material type, let me go back to material type. If for instance you were to choose icy for it, the properties for that would be 0 bouncy, it would just be 1 and 1 on this part. And then you'll notice instead of coming down and bouncing as it goes down, it's just going to come down and then start to slide or tumble. Alright, and then the last part of that one is if you need it to move any more, just remember you can actually change the mass and the density of it so that it'll have more properties to react together with it.